It's Tuesday, 14th of November, 2025. Welcome back to your news update on Blip Brief. Small, but almost everything updated every weekday. We were away for a few days due to travel, but guess what? We're back.
And we have to start with the biggest news on the macro front. I mean, it's a genuine inflation shock.
A shock is the right word. Indian money markets woke up to the news that retail inflation just plunged to a historic low in October.
Absolutely plunged. What's fascinating is digging into the why.
So what were the factors driving it? Was it just a blip or something more structural?
Well, a chunk of it was definitely structural. You could say policy-driven. The key driver everyone is pointing to was the recent GST rationalization package.
Right, the tax adjustments.
Exactly. And that policy move accounted for a very precise 0.12 percentage point reduction in the headline retail inflation print.
That sounds technical, 0.12 percentage points, but the implication of hitting a record low is huge, isn't it?
It's more than huge. It basically gives the central bank the breathing room it's been waiting for.
So the conversation shifts.
Completely. It goes from concern to opportunity. Economists are now, heavily pricing in the possibility of a policy rate cut in the upcoming December review.
Which sets a pretty positive stage for the big picture. Moody's just affirmed India's outlook, projecting the economy to expand at a very robust 6.5% through 2027.
And that 6.5% signals confidence in two things: sustained household consumption, which has been really resilient, and a strong pipeline of infrastructure spending.
And when we talk about infrastructure, we're not talking small projects.
Not at all. We're seeing massive intent at the state level.
Look at Andhra Pradesh. They've announced a monumental project pipeline.
Scale is just astonishing. And they have a concrete target: creating 2 million new jobs over the next 4 years.
What's really compelling, though, is the focus. It's not just roads and bridges.
No, it's next-generation energy.
Mhm.
They're specifically mentioning large green energy packs with major players like Renew and Hero Future Energies. It's about future-proofing.
So while India is building internally, it's still having to fight on the trade front.
Always. We saw textile exports show strong resilience, growing 10% year-on-year in the April to September period. But there are also some very clear defensive moves happening.
You mean the anti-dumping duty?
Precisely. On steel imports from Vietnam. But this isn't really about Vietnam.
It's about China.
It's about plugging the rerouting of cheaper Chinese steel into the Indian market. It's a classic trade arbitrage tactic that needed to be closed.
So we're playing defense, but also offense to boost our own exports.
You have to. The government is backing that strategy by preparing to allocate a significant sum for the credit guarantee scheme for exporters.
And the goal there is to counter U.S. tariffs.
Basically, yes. It's about redirecting goods to new markets. Think neighboring countries and select regions in Africa.
Okay, let's shift to the markets. They ended flat yesterday after a pretty good run.
A 3-day rally, yeah. Some consolidation was expected. But the real story today isn't what happened yesterday.
It's political volatility.
Definitely. All eyes are glued to the Bihar Assembly election results. Counting is underway.
And the exit poll suggested a strong showing for the NDA. Depending on how that finalizes, we could see a strong market reaction.
A very strong reaction. Either way.
Now, looking at specific movers, Asian paints had a remarkable couple of days.
An incredible run. Up over 8% across 2 sessions, with a big jump of 3.8% just yesterday.
A move that aggressive usually means something changed in the competitive landscape.
And that's exactly what happened. Sure, their Q2 performance was strong, it beat estimates, but the real driver here was strategic.
The rival CEO.
The sudden exit of a key rival's CEO.
Mm.
For investors, that translates immediately into a wider competitive moat for Asian paints. Massive confidence boost.
But on the flip side, we saw the broking sector get squeezed.
Right. Profits and revenues were sliding in the September quarter, and they're facing a kind of double whammy.
Okay, break that down for us.
So first, you have lower market volumes, which naturally compresses their fees. But second, and this is the big one, is the impact of SEBI's new margin norms.
The regulatory curbs.
Exactly. Tighter rules on leveraging. It means brokers can lend less, their compliance costs go up, and it eats directly into their bottom line.
So, a tougher environment for speculators, but it seems like investors are still hungry for growth. IPO momentum is roaring back.
It is, but with a twist. Average subscription rates for the larger IPOs reached their highest levels since 2021.
So what does that tell you?
It tells you the market is demanding quality over hype. Investors are prioritizing proven, profitable businesses, not just speculative startups.
Let's run through a quick Q2 report card, starting with Hero Corp. A positive beat there.
A very strong performance.
Yeah.
Net profit rose 16% for the quarter, comfortably beating estimates, and that was driven by just healthy sales volumes.
Then we have Tata Motors commercial vehicles, which slipped to a net loss. But that's misleading, isn't it?
Very misleading if you only read the headline. Their operations were robust. The commercial vehicle segment is performing well.
So where did the loss come from?
It came from a significant mark-to-market loss on an investment they hold in Tata Capital. It's a paper loss, an accounting valuation change, not a cash loss. It just happened to outweigh the good operational results.
And LG Electronics India, a clear case of margin pressure.
Classic profitability squeeze. Their net profit dropped 27% year-on-year.
Even though revenue grew slightly?
Yeah, revenue is up about 1%. That signals demand is there, but the profit drop points directly to rising input costs and competition. They just couldn't pass it all on.
Okay, let's pull back to the global picture. Asian stocks opened lower today.
They did, reacting strongly to what was called significant drops on Wall Street yesterday.
And the anxiety is still coming from the U.S.
It is. It's all rooted in the U.S. Federal Reserve stance on interest rates. Every market is just holding its breath. And on top of that, you had big drops in U.S. tech shares over valuation concerns, which naturally pulls Asian tech down too.
And across the pond in Europe.
The engine is sputtering. Britain's economy is definitely slowing. We saw their GDP growth decelerate to just 0.1% in the third quarter.
Down from 0.3% in the previous one, a clear trend.
A very clear trend. Meanwhile, China's credit engine is stalling out.
How so?
Their credit expansion was the weakest in over a year. That's a critical symptom of sluggish borrowing demand, and it reinforces those wider concerns about their recovery.
Geopolitically, at least there's a small bit of relief. The longest government shutdown in U.S. history is officially over.
Yes, which provides some temporary relief to federal workers and helps stabilize supply chains.
And the Trump administration is also trying to tackle food prices.
That's right. They're preparing some tariff exemptions specifically aimed at helping bring down high food costs for U.S. consumers.
Okay, before we wrap, let's get to the innovation story. And this one is, well, literally a dethroning.
It's an extraordinary piece of material science. Scientists have successfully engineered a new material, boron arsenide.
And the headline here is?
It is officially dethroned diamond as the best heat conductor on Earth.
Diamond, the long-standing champion. So what does this mean? I mean, for the devices we all use every day.
The implications are transformative, especially for next-gen electronics and semiconductors. You have to remember, heat is the ultimate enemy of speed.
When a chip gets hot, it slows down.
Exactly. This new material allows devices to run far cooler, and as a result, might be much faster than is currently possible.
So this could be the key to the next big leap in computing power.
It could be. Boron arsenide could solve that perennial problem of overheating in everything from high-performance CPUs to your next phone. It's about making things faster, but also more sustainable.
And just before you go, a quick note. This deep dive commentary was put together using advanced AI. We always strive for accuracy, but please do cross-verify any crucial information yourself. Your informed decisions are what matter most.